Storybook Scrapbooking with Brittany Nicole. Today I'm really excited just to share in the joy of reaching over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I wanted to just share the celebration with you guys. For me, it was a really exciting milestone, and I'm really excited about it. So what I have decided to do is to do a $100 US currency gift card to scrapbook.com. To the winner of the giveaway, and also the winner will get to select any sketch they want for me to create a stash to sketch inspired layout video for YouTube. So super excited to share this with you guys. So how do you enter? So to be eligible to win, you must be a subscriber to my channel, and you also must give this video a thumbs up, so like the video, and then comment on this video. But what I need you to comment is either what you love seeing on my channel or what you would like to see in addition to what I already share. So today I'm sharing a layout share for the 30 days of sketches from Christy at Christy's Beautiful Life Series 6. I'm sharing them all with you guys, and it's my first time doing a layout share. So, if you like it, let me know so I can know to do more. I am going to do a little disclaimer that for this layout share, at the very end, some of my layouts were already in frames displayed in one of our hallways. And so the audio is a little bit wonky because, it's Friday and everybody's living their best Friday life in my house apparently. And also because I filmed it vertical instead of horizontal, but it wasn't happening again, Anyway, so please forgive that. And then how else can you enter? So you must subscribe, like, comment specifically on what you love on my channel or what you'd like to see more of. And then additional entries. One is time sensitive. Saturday, December 4th at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Facebook group, link in the description box below. I will be doing a Facebook Live where I put together a stash to sketch kit, and then possibly we'll start creating the kit or might have to make it a two-parter. But if you drop in and say hi on the Facebook Live, that will give you an additional entry into the giveaway. Following my Instagram channel, the link is in the description box below, is another additional entry. And then also joining my Facebook group is another additional entry. And I'm pretty sure that to view the Facebook Live, you need to be a member. So it's kind of like a twofer. You do two things and you get two giveaways. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, you all know what I mean. Join my group, you automatically have an additional entry as long as you've subscribed, commented, and liked. So I hope that makes sense. I'm really excited. The winner will be picked on, I wrote it down, December 14th. So December 14th, 2020 is when we will randomly pick a winner. I will be verifying to make sure that you've done the requirements, but I'm so excited to give somebody a $100 scrapbook.com gift card, especially with Christmas coming up and winter holidays or the celebrations. It's fun to document, especially right now with COVID. It's just a positive, and I want to share my joy and excitement. Those things. So now on to my first album share. I have never shared an album or finished layouts, so this is going to be a new learning curve, so bear with me. But and I'm not even sharing a traditional layout album because I actually just kept all of the layouts I created for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Series 6 all in one album, and I put them in the order of the sketches. So there is a process video for this, and this was for the first sketch. This was a recent layout that I just finished. This was just put on YouTube a couple days ago. This is one of my favorite things. It took a little bit of patience for me to make, but I had so much fun, and it was almost like dollar store beads and then some like a random array of beads. So super fun. Really love how it turned out. I have to say, when I was first making this layout, I was really not that excited about the sketch, and I adore how this layout turned out. So I think that's one of the reasons I love sketches, and I find so much inspiration from using sketches to use up my stash and create finished layouts. This is one of the first, I think this is the first layout I did for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches in October. I was a little bit behind, And so I started here and love it. This is just a layout I absolutely love. I had so much fun with the twine. I wanted it to make it look like the strawberries were hanging off, but I also hot glued them just to, you know, be extra careful. And I had a lot of fun with this because the photos were really exciting. We had painted all these pumpkins by hand, and then we did a little photo shoot with them. Here is another layout. This is a throwback layout, and this was with circles, y'all. I am challenged when it comes to circles. I don't know why, but I really think it's time that I get that creative memory circle cutter. I think I just need to bite the bullet and do it. I have tried all different things. The most success I have is using this. I think this is a protractor. I'm pretty sure this is a protractor. Maybe it's a compass. No, it's a protractor. I think this is a protractor. Anyway, I use this and then I cut the lines. I also have a silhouette machine, so I could use that, but sometimes I feel like to get it all set up just for circles is a bit much, but maybe I need to start doing that. And then these are just some old photos of the kids, Rhiannon when she was super little, and Bryce, and then with their cousins. And then this is a layout that I really loved this sketch. I was excited to work with this sketch from the very beginning. And I just love the colors, and I love how I was able to incorporate different collections and do some fussy cutting, as well as layer with stickers. And I like the photo sizes. I like that this is a horizontal photo and this is a vertical photo, and this one's a little bit bigger and this one's a little smaller. I really like that design. This was another layout sketch that I completed, and what I loved about this sketch was that it has you use six 4x3 cards, and I have a good bit of 3x4 and 4x3 cards. Yeah, y'all can just get a good laugh at my math for a minute here. But I love this because it was just such a fun way to incorporate it. And then I like what I did with the journaling. This is where I really started to figure out that I really like keeping pattern paper for journaling in a separate spot. Certain pattern papers lend themselves more easily towards journaling, and so I like to do this. This is a sketch that I'd actually already worked with previously, so I think now I have 2 videos on my YouTube channel using this sketch, and I adore, adore, adore this sketch. And both times I made this sketch, I'm 99.9% sure, I used big numbers, 1, 2, 3. So this is a great sketch to use if you have, you know, wood veneer numbers, big statement sticker numbers, statement acrylic, or this is cork material. I just love how this came out. And everything on here is paper, with the exception of the numbers. The embellishments are all from paper or from Chamel Lane's sticker book. And I just love how this one turned out. And it was just really funny because Bailey knows how to use those puppy eyes to get the goods. This is a layout that there is no YouTube video for. And I gotta be honest, when I was making it, I was trying to use both this sketch plus a challenge from a Victoria Marie crop. And I found it extremely difficult. And now that I look at it finished, I really, really love how it came out. It definitely stretched me creatively because I was using a sketch and I was using a challenge, like parameters with a challenge. But I just love having the black cardstock to pop the photos and the pattern paper off. And I just, you know, I look at it and it's very intriguing, and I like it because the challenge made me, I had to follow like a prompt to scrapbook about myself. So I really love that, and love, love, love Victoria Marie's virtual crops. So if you haven't participated in one, I strongly encourage you to do so. All right, so this is one that I still need to journal. And I was quite surprised at how much everybody really seemed to respond to this layout. First off, doing these stripes was like, whew, took me a lot of mental thinking to figure that one out. So yeah, like, whew, took me a bit. That's what intimidated me most about this layout or this sketch, was getting these strips on a vertical. And then this is like true stash diving. This is a lot of like old Maggie Home crepe paper. And it's just about a recipe I use for cinnamon roll pancakes. And I really like documenting recipes, but I don't like to really do it just with the recipe. I like to have like a photo of either making the recipe or of the finished product. That makes it more engaging and meaningful to me. So here I want to just journal about it, and then eventually I'll put the recipe on the back. Here was a fun layout that I did based on a sketch for the series, as well as another Victoria Marie prompt. And I still need to add my journaling for that one. Just so you guys know, these would never be allowed to go into my real albums without the date on them and the journaling completed. That is like my rule of thumb. So like this has the journaling and the date, so this will immediately go into an album. Journaling and the date will go into an album. Journaling and the date will go into an album. So on and so forth. But this one, no journaling, no date. This one, no journaling, no date, so it's not going into an album yet. I need to first do that. I had a blast with this. I didn't have a lot of Halloween like stash, but I finally found some, and I had a lot of fun using this, and I had a lot of fun using a black and white photo for the Halloween theme. And for some reason, like all the Halloween layouts I made this year, almost every single one has pink and purple in them too. And so I like kind of that fun little difference. And then I don't really know what this is, but you know what, we're gonna fix that later. All right, here is a grid design layout, and I have learned that I actually really like grids. But what was different about this grid was this strip of photos. And so I've done grids before, but never with like a strip of photos like this. And so I really like where the embellishment clusters are. And I really like what it documents. This kind of goes way back to my teaching days in the classroom, and that balance of hands-on learning and engagement with your kids was a lot of fun. We were doing a volcano, and I gotta say, almost all of the embellishments on this, if not all of them, came from the Chamel Lane sticker book as well. Really love that. Okay, so apparently I'm covering my grandfather's face. You know, why does this happen sometimes? Does this happen to you all? Like, you have things perfectly laid out, and then it moves on you? I don't really understand why. Anyway, so this layout was definitely a stretch for me. This sketch, this grid design was kind of difficult for me to work with. I'm gonna have to fix that later. But I really wanted to focus on my grandparents, these two photos, and this was at my 30th birthday party. Well, birthday party in the age of COVID, so this was like our bubble. And this is another example of pattern paper that lends itself to journaling. The lines allowed me to do a lot of journaling and documenting. I am extremely close to my grandparents. I just cannot speak highly enough about my grandparents and the life lessons I've learned from them, and how they are always there for me no matter what. And so I just really, really love them, and probably slightly homesick because I really, really miss them too. But that's okay. That's why I scrapbook. It's therapeutic, and it helps me just remember how much I love my family and just like the life lessons. So to play off my whole turning 30, I wanted to talk about 30 things that I love about my grandparents. And so in my journaling, there are 30 things that I love, and it's things as, you know, 30 things that I've loved or learned from my grandparents. Like, one is family is everything. Working as a team gets things done. I talk about, you know, you are never too old to try new things. Gramps and I love country music. My grandpa's one of the reasons I love country music, and it is my favorite genre. You know, my grandpa's favorite joke, when I was younger, my school, you had to drive by a cemetery, and there was a fence around it, and my grandpa, like, every single time would be like, Brittany, do you know why they built a fence around the cemetery? And I'd always be like, nope, Gramps, why? And he'd go, because people are dying to get in. And I mean, I just remember that. And every time I drive by a cemetery, I think about that. And so just fun little things that I've learned from my grandparents or that I love about them. And so I do plan on having, like, I might have a separate album for my 30th birthday, or I might not. It wasn't like it was this grand party, but there's a lot of photos, and I really want to focus on like 30 things about the people in my life that are important to me. Here is a fun layout, mixed media inspired. This is all fussy cutting. all fussy cutting. The only thing that's not fussy cut are the alpha stickers that say fun in the sun. And then of course the mixed media in the background. I had a blast with this. I did change the photo to black and white because I didn't want to compete with all the color. And I really enjoyed this. I used Distress Oxide inks, and creating this layout reminded me how much I do enjoy playing with my mixed media. I will say I haven't done a lot of mixed media since we've come to Canada, because originally we were only supposed to be here for 2 months, or just under 2 months. And so I kind of triage, so to speak, when I brought my scrapbooking stuff. And so I have a ton of mixed media in storage, but I only brought a little bit with me. So it's definitely, I definitely would like to try to use the mixed media I brought with me more, because this was so much fun to make. Love to know what you guys think about mixed media. I enjoyed this layout a lot. It was a lot of fun, and it was pretty easy to pull together because it was almost all Paige Taylor Evan cut files. I don't know where the magic cut file is from. I cannot recall. And then it was just Chamel Lane sticker book. So Chamel Lane sticker book, Chamel Lane papers with Paige Taylor Evans cut file. I have no idea where this cut file is from. And then just documenting a little Disney magic. This was our first time going to the Festival of Fantasy Parade. We, when we lived in Florida, we were going to Disney just about every month, sometimes more. But I had never done the parade, but we went to the restaurant, I think it's called like Tony's, and got the Festival of Fantasy Parade package. And then we did it the next day with Dad too, because we had so much fun. This is a layout I'm definitely gonna be inspired with the sketch again. It's a Paige Taylor Evans heart cut file, and I fussy cut a ton of Paige Taylor Evans florals, globes, suitcases. It's almost all fussy cut because my Paige Taylor Evans ephemera is in storage in Florida, but all her pattern paper is here with me in Canada. So I've definitely gotten creative using it. And then I just want to point out this yellow pattern paper. This would be the kind of pattern paper I would set aside for journaling as well, because it lends itself very easily to journaling. This was after we had been in the car for like 2 straight days driving, and you know, a road trip in the age of COVID is not like your classic road trip, so you couldn't really take stops or breaks like normal. And we ended up staying at this gorgeous inn. I think it's called, now I'm blanking, it's called the Antrim 18 something. So like it's really old, and it was just gorgeous. And there was so much green space for the kids to run around. We had a blast. This was a fun layout. And I don't think there's a YouTube video for this. I think that I thought I was filming, and alas, I was not. I'm pretty sure about that. But I had so much fun because this is basically like Hip Kit Club exclusive ephemera thrown up onto a page, but in a way that I truly enjoy. I must say this grid design here is a great way to use up ephemera. I really had fun, and then I just kind of went crazy with the ephemera around here. And it was just, you know, Gareth was a little bit like, that doesn't really accurately reflect what I was doing in the photo, but it does, because he makes me laugh. He's funny, and he always brings a smile to my face and makes me laugh, so I think it does. This is a layout I had a lot of fun with. Tons of fussy cutting from a Paige Taylor Evans or Dear Lizzie. This might be Dear Lizzie, actually. No, this is Dear Lizzie. And did a little bit of stitching. Gotta say, I have a lot of room to grow in the stitching department. And what's interesting about this layout is there is hidden journaling, where I talk about what home is. I think this was a prompt. For some reason, I want to think this has to do about what home is to you. And what I really wanted to just document is home is where I am with them. We've moved a lot. I think I've moved either 8 times in 9 years or 7 times in 9 years or something. Basically, I moved every year for like, since I can remember. And so it really does make you start to realize that, you know, your home is the people you share it with. So I really like this layout. It's really meaningful to me. This is another documenting turning 30. So this was not at the birthday party, but this was just kind of like the small girls get together. By that I mean like my mom, my sisters, my aunt, my grandma, my cousin. And we just had fun. And my mom always does these fun birthday setups for us. And so this year, of course, it looked different because it was going to be outside, just to keep everybody like extra healthy and safe. And it was a blast. I was a little stressed out about turning 30 in COVID. But, you know, with reflection, I was very thankful that I was able to turn 30 and celebrate with the people that I love most. And I like, because I just think this captures my mom. Like, my mom's the best. She is the best. This layout was a challenge for me, not gonna lie. This was a little hard for me. The sketch, I could not do these like squiggly lines, and then you can see the hot mess of my sewing, so, you know. But I love strawberries. Strawberries and watermelon are like two of my favorite food motifs. But basically I love like strawberries, watermelon, anchors, and cameras. I think those are like my favorite. And so I absolutely just love this layout because there are these things called Charlotte strawberries. If you have not tried Charlotte strawberries, you need to try them. I don't know where you get them because we got them at a farmer's market in Ottawa. And I wasn't really part of the conversation, Gareth was. So I'm kind of unclear, but they are like candy. Like I'm putting them on ice cream here. I don't understand, but they are. And then Bailey was trying very hard with these puppy dog eyes to get those strawberries, and Mama had zero empathy because these Charlotte strawberries were so good that they were not being shared with Bailey. And that is that. This is the last layout I needed to complete to finish all the sketches. It's this one. And there is a YouTube video coming for this one, but it's not up yet. This one was a little hard for me to put together just because of the colors, but it was the only way I knew how to do the triangles was to cut triangles out of pattern paper that already had triangles. And so this is fun because it's a lot of different stash, and it's just documenting Bryce when he was little, itty bitty. This kid is eating a bagel here, and so I have to add my journaling, but he is obsessed with bread and carbs. Since he was little, he will do crazy things, okay, to get the bagel, to get the bread on the butter. Like, I've never seen anything like it. It's so funny. Like, one of his favorite things when we go to Mexico or we go to like Tony's restaurant at Disney is anywhere where there's a flowing bread basket, because I have celiac disease. We don't usually do bread at our tables, but in certain places they'll accommodate it for my allergy, and this kid goes nuts on it, and he's just so cute. So this was at his Montessori school when he was little, and it was really cool because it was just like right down the street from our house, and so he could be walked to school and you could just drop in and see him. This is a layout I was a little nervous about tackling. The sketch was a bit intimidating to me, but I had a lot of fun, and I also used this for the Back to the Future hop where I made wood veneers new again by embossing them with embossing powder. And it was just all about how silly our dog Bailey is, because we have this like greenery, I don't know what these things are called, between our driveway and our walkway to our front door, and he will just like dig himself in there, and then you can like almost see, like, he looks like he just has a smile on his face. He's so happy. And so that's why there's a car on here, because it's right on the driveway, and so I just wanted to remember that. And then side note, kind of jumping around on you guys, but I wanted to point out that I pieced together 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of pattern paper, and I just used this as my backdrop because I knew I wasn't going to use this pattern paper for anything else. So I just wanted to share that. That's always like a tip or trick you can do if you don't think you're going to use a pattern paper from a paper pad book. You can always use the white side or the pattern paper size to cover up. I hope I'm explaining that well, but it's a little late for me, guys. I'm sorry. Oh man, I had so much fun creating this layout. It's basically all cutting out banners by hand, fussy cutting these florals, and then a couple puffy stickers and some bling. It was so much fun. I did some mixed media on the back. I did like that packaging technique. I think that's Missy Whitten's thing. That's who I first saw it by, so I credit her for it. And I also decided to kind of draw a wonky border just to kind of draw your eye to the middle. So this was just not this year, but the year before's recital for Rhiannon for dance. And we were just so proud. She did such a great job. So I had to document that. This is another 30th birthday spread. This is just kind of documenting more, opening some presents on my birthday, and just showing my mom, you know, she's like the life of the party. I know it's kind of a cliche line, but she just makes everybody feel so happy and excited, and she gets so excited about everything. And so I had a lot of fun putting this layout together. I had some wonky scallops because I did it by hand, but I'm okay with that, and I did these by hand. But I really love how it turned out. And then again, I drew a border, and I actually did some like zigzags because I don't have a sewing machine. I did have one, but it was broken, and we shall not name who broke it. But I will say it was not me. Surprised it was not me, because I don't think my sewing skills are really top notch. However, I would love to give a sewing machine a go again. So I just have to decide on which one to get. Here's another grid layout that I thought I was filming, and alas, I was not. And it was just documenting a trip in Mexico a couple years ago where Rhiannon, it was like we just got there and she was already in her swimsuit playing. And then her cousin, they were arriving a little bit after us, I think. And so as soon as they came, they were like two peas in a pod who had never left each other's side. And so it's really fun to see. And I had a lot of fun just using all the tropical embellishments. So that is my layout share. Guys, I would love to know how you feel about layout shares. If I was to do one again, it would just be a traditional album layout. That's my thought process, but would love to know your guys' thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to enter the giveaway. Bye. All right, so I did the entire layout share, but I forgot to mention that some of the layouts I completed for the challenge, I actually framed in our entry hallway. And so this is one that I did for the 30 days of sketches. This is another one that I did for the 30 days of sketches. This is another one. I really loved this one. This was a lot of fun. And I used the same triangle paper as I did on another layout. And then I'm pretty sure this is also for the 30 days challenge. This is as well. This was a ton of fussy cutting and mixing and matching different manufacturers and brands. And then this was the last one to share with you guys. And this has a lot of the heart cut files from Paige Taylor Evans. And again, a pattern paper that I'm utilizing to share my journal.